This is breaking news from ThailandTV.news. Now all the Thailand news is in one place. The latest reports from around the clock and around the world. Breaking Thailand news from all the world's top news sources, translated into 11 languages and updated 24 hours a day. Here's Ali with more.
ThailandTV.news has it all. The latest news, weather and sports updates, plus up-to-the-minute events listings and fun things to do in Thailand. And that's not all. There's also entertainment, lifestyle, and travel news, including the latest visa information. If it's happening in Thailand, you'll find it here at ThailandTV.news.
It's all here at ThailandTV.news. All the latest news, weather, sports, they even cover ice hockey. It's all done at ThailandTV.news. Yes, it's all the Thailand news, all in one place.
And if the stadium's rocking, don't come a-knocking. You're here for the gold medal game between Thailand and Singapore for the U20 Asian and Oceana Championship live from Bangkok, Thailand. Hello everyone, I'm Keith Mueller. I'll be your producer director this evening. And joining us to do the play-by-play and color commentary is Zach and Pete. And we're going to hand it over to them right away as we get ready to go in the night's big game.
Thank you very much, Keith. It's a pleasure to be here. And thank you all for joining us at home, wherever you might be in the world. In the dark blue, Team Thailand, the host nation, looking to secure the gold medal. Opposing them in white, Team Singapore. Both these squads had really great games in the semis, Preet. And coming into the night, what do you think are the keys to the game for each squad?
Yeah, like, you know, for Thailand, if they can, I know you got some stats coming up for everybody, but if Thailand stays out of the penalty box the whole game, I think Singapore's hard-pressed to beat them.
And conversely, what does Singapore need to do?
Singapore needs to play as a team. They need to gel as a unit and not this, one guy trying to get through four guys every play. So that's what Singapore needs to do. Again, it's going to be tough against Thailand because they play such a structured game.
Just
so bring up the stats. Tell us what it looks like.
A few quick stats. Coming into tonight's game through 4 games, Thailand scoring on a 25% rate, the best in the tournament. Singapore at 14.5%. On the power play, Thailand again leading with a 50% clip on the power play. They've been very deadly. So Singapore, a huge key for my opinion, is stay out of the box. Conversely, Singapore scoring at about 16.5% on the power play. On the PK, Thailand a little bit weaker, but still quite strong, 79.5%, while Singapore leading the tournament so far with an 84% PK. Goalkeeping, James in net along with the backup, Akrit, have done well, getting a 83.5 save percentage, while Lee in goal for Singapore, among the league leaders, 86.5%. And Thailand with 104 total penalty minutes to Singapore's 66. So those quick stats for you all. Some key players to watch for each squad. Go in the faceoff dot versus Shogun here, and Go wins the early faceoff for Singapore. Chan, the leading scorer for Singapore, trying to cut through into the Thailand zone. Bounces it off the boards in deep. Thai captain Puni up the sideboards, kept in by Singapore. But now it comes out on a little misplay here. Roger throws it back. Or excuse me, that's Time. Time throws it forward now. and taken away here by Singapore. A lot of good active skits early. Oh, somebody loses a tire. That was Mel. Arm up, there's going to be a penalty on that. So delayed call and get the whistle. So an early penalty on Thailand. I believe that was number 22. Indeed, that was Mel. Just blew a tire there and sliding, ran into the Singapore player. So Singapore with a huge opportunity here early in the first minute of the game, going on the power play.
That's a bit of an unusual call. I mean, he slipped. He blew a tire. He was on the ice.
It was clearly inadvertent, and he did his best, Mel this was, to avoid the Singapore player, but the Singapore player kind of skated right into him. Good early clear here by Thailand. And you can hear it, the fans here supporting their host nation strongly. They've been here the whole tournament. Drums are raging, and the team really feeds off their chemistry here. Good hard check into the boards by Time. The crowd loves it. Shogun tries to get across the line. He does. So some nice, good early kill here by the PK.
Yeah, not giving Singapore any time and space to get into the zone.
Chan with a miscue there gives the puck away. Time, number 18 for Thailand, going to try and cut in. Puck thrown to the sideboards. Singapore looking to break back out again. Xian, number 17, back to Chan, 97, throws it towards the net. This is dangerous, and a goal.
What a miscue there.
Bit of a miscue there. The Thai player had a chance to clear the puck, but he missed it with his stick. And Singapore, with the early power play goal, take the lead here in the gold medal game, 18:31 remaining in the first period.
You can see the nerves on the Thailand players' side. Every time their puck gets near, they're just a little hesitant.
And we saw that last night in the semifinal game against Team Hong Kong. Thailand went down 4-0 in that game, coming in as heavy favorites, had to battle back for the overtime victory. So we'll see if those jitters continue here in the early going.
Well, they certainly got the crowd backing them. They should fuel off that, you know?
And now it's gone from raucous to almost silent. Now the drum gets back into it. Thailand wins the draw here, moving forward. Pan unable to settle that down, but a good take there by 6 and a crit for Thailand. Cuts in on the far boards. Circling now in the far corner. Throws it in front of the net, but it's broken up by Singapore. Another hard check here. Both teams, the whole tournament, really been throwing the body around. Roger looking to come forward now. Roger among the leading goal scorers for Thailand. Centering in the slot. Dangerous. Good cover there by Lee. Not allowing any secondary opportunities.
That was a good little toss towards the net. I wasn't sure if that play was going to develop.
Just put it in their danger zone and see what happens. Simple play.
Good response shift.
Yeah.
You know, they came out at them.
Number 18, Natasate, I believe it's his nickname, Time, in the faceoff dot for Thailand. Singapore able to win the draw. Go, number 55 for his home country. Puck rung around the boards. Good keep in here by Thailand. Roger behind the net, trying to fight away the Singapore defense. Puck squirts to the far boards for 97 Chan. Another good takeaway here by Thailand, but Singapore back in possession quickly. Now the Thai D with the puck. Team captain Puni looking for an outlet. Throws it forward. I believe that's Roger at the far boards. Trying to get around the Singapore defense. Both teams. Eventually Singapore comes with the puck. Puck to the near boards here. All the way back down again. Singapore seems kind of content here just to get the puck out and play a bit of a passive game here.
Yeah, and I think Thailand here needs to just rely on their passing a little more. They're so good at passing. Rather than trying to go through players, pass the puck.
I agree with you. Here cutting behind the net. Might try a wraparound. He does. Good save by Lee. Kept in at the point. Down into the far corner. Ooh, centering pass here. Dangerous. Threw it to nobody. So the no-look pass there. Unfortunate because gave it to a white jersey. But Thailand does a good job keeping it in. It is in the slot. Shot. And a good pad save by Lee, keeping his team ahead. Danger zone there. Time had some space, but unable to come here. Singapore quickly back, and a nice stick check there by Mel.
I'm not sure he realized it was a 2-on-1.
The crowd here deafening. really cheering their team on. Mel behind his net, deep in the Thai zone, throws it up the sideboards. 15 tried to get that out, but a takeaway here by Singapore. Ooh, just in front of number 17, Chian. He throws it around to the near boards for Chan, number 97. He throws it back across. So both teams here just kind of throwing it through the slot and seeing what happens.
Yeah, a bit of a bit choppy play. Usually don't see that in the offensive zone. You see it in the neutral zone.
Puck bounces up for number 7, Hamnet, and he threw it out to nobody, so it goes back to center ice. Singapore's going to have to regroup here. Number 8, Thai team captain Pooney throws it off the sideboards for Pan, number 7. Coming out of the box quickly, drop pass for Nakrit. Nakrit, his pass was broken up there. Mutamar, number 94, he's lost his stick, but he's still using his best to fight the Thai team here, get the puck back. Into the slot. Nakrit just throws it down along the boards, keeping it deep in the Singapore zone. Good hard check there, arm up, penalty. Charging is the call. So he took one too many steps there, and Thailand here with their second penalty in the early going. 15:07, in the first period remaining. Shots on goal are 2 apiece.
I'm sorry, I don't agree with that call again. The Singapore player had the puck, he played it. It was a good, clean hit.
19, Shogun with the infraction. So Thailand already giving up 1 power play goal early. Let's see what happens here. Singapore, number 97, Chan at the sideboards looking, delaying. Long shot deflected, but that was a good save there by James. That's another storyline to watch here. James was pulled in the prior game last night against Hong Kong. Let's see what happens here tonight, if that affects him at all, his confidence levels.
Well, so far he's looked pretty solid. He's moving well, positioning well.
Singapore looks to be setting up kind of a outside umbrella type of look here. Chan from the right circle. Ooh, that was a good hard shot and a nice pad save by James. That was even redeflected.
He tracked that puck really well.
Oh, giveaway here. Dangerous giveaway. Chan, another good save by James. That was completely on the Thai defense. They just throw it blindly into the slot, trying to get it out. Here again, Chan with another opportunity and another save. No, forgive me. Goal by number 97, Chan on the power play. And that sequence all came on a miscue by the Thai defense, just throwing it out blindly into the slot.
Yeah, that's the giveaways have been brutal on the Thai side. They need to calm down. I think you can see the coaches telling the players, like, calm down, guys, relax.
So Singapore just being opportunistic, taking advantage of Thailand's mistakes, and they're up 2-0 early on the 2 early power play goals.
Yeah, I mean, the giveaways are bad enough, and then when you give them away on the power play, it makes it really tough.
Thailand able to win the faceoff here. Mel, forward. Now Nakrit cutting into the Singapore zone. His shot blocked by team captain Chua, 76.
Where's the penalty call there? All right.
Tripping is the call. So it looks like Thailand's going to have a chance of their own on the power play.
Interesting who they call it against, because there's 2 sticks in there, the goalie and the defenseman.
They're waiting in the Singapore zone, so I'm assuming it is the Singapore player who's going to get the infraction. I'm unsure of the exact guilty party, though. We're waiting.
I think they called it against the goalie. So they
called it against the goalie.
So they have to send somebody.
So his poke check must have gotten into the skates of the Thai player, and I see skating across, it is number 97. That's Chan. So that's actually relatively significant. He's their leading goal scorer, I believe. So Chan, 97, going to sit for Lee, number 1, in goal.
That's a bit of a surprise move, putting your top player and captain into the...
Well, maybe he's more of an offensive type, but just, as I say, a little surprising for me. Thailand able to win the draw here on the power play. Let's see if they can try and scratch across the goal and cut the deficit in half. Thailand setting an overload here on the the far side. Down low, into the slot. Able to get that puck out. The Singapore fans cheering. It's about 100-1 advantage for Thai spectators to Singapore ones, but the Singapore crowd showing their appreciation at that clear. A little bit too much there by team captain Poon, trying to skate around several people.
Yeah, you got a power play. You got to use it.
And they're such a good passing team. You'd like to see them try and use that to their advantage here. Another giveaway here by Shogun. Thailand just a bit of nerves here, perhaps. Arm up. We're going to have a penalty here. That's going to negate their power play. Holding is the call, I believe.
I think we should call over to the benches and just tell them if your players fall over, they're going to get a call on them.
The ref's calling a very tight game here in the early going. That is our 4th penalty less than 7 minutes into the game. And that's another penalty on Shogun, number 19 for Thailand. Coaching staff can't be too happy about that, negating their power play. We're going to have about 1:12 of 4-on-4 play before Singapore will then go on a 3rd power play. Already 2 goals in this game. Thailand wins the draw, rings it around to the far boards. Mel trying to fight off the Singapore player. Singapore able to win that one-on-one battle here, but a good stick there by 12. Oh, and a great read there by Chian, 17 of Singapore. He's going to cut into the slot. His shot saved by James, and he throws it to the corner here. Ooh, a bit of a push there. That was
a legitimate penalty.
Mel there, number 12 there with a bad penalty. You could clearly see him extend his arm and push the Singapore player down, and he's going to put his team at a further disadvantage here. It's going to be 4-on-3.
Yeah. I think the Thailand coaching staff needs to call their players in and settle them down.
Number 12, Raman, the guilty party for Thailand. And already facing a 2-0 deficit here, going forward on 3. They really need to settle themselves down and just kill this penalty off if they're going to have a hope to stay in this game early. Good clear here early. Lee settles that down for the power play unit. Number 7, Hamnet for Singapore. D to Chian. Chian, a little bit of miscue there. And a good play here by Team Thailand just to break that up. Poom, number 24, just throws it down to kill some more time off. In about 15 seconds, Singapore's actually going to have a 5-on-3.
Yeah, I mean, their power play hasn't been strong throughout the tournament, so we'll see if they can actually generate
47
something
Lee
here.
winds up, and a good block there by number 22, Mel. He's really feeling that doubled over. Whistle, offsides.
They needed that whistle. He's got to get off the ice.
Yeah, Mel's going to take a rest on the ice because you could see him double over after taking that in the upper body. And now, actually, with that whistle, Singapore's going to have a chance here to get all 5 of their skaters on the ice. They're going to have 48 seconds of 5-on-3 time. Huge draw here for Roger in the faceoff dot for Thailand. And he's able to almost win the draw, forgive me. Both teams still fighting for the puck. Eventually it comes to Hamnet of Singapore in white. Goes across to team captain 76, Chua. Singapore cutting in. Roger there gets the puck into his skates. Singapore still able to get it in. Hard shot from the distance, but James able to make the save. And a hard check into the boards here, and another penalty. Thailand once again penalized here in the early going. Refs calling an incredibly tight game here.
Yeah.
Poom, number 24 to the box.
And I don't think you want to see this kind of over-reffing happening. But
that was a heck of a hit, though. Right into the board.
I think he's getting tossed out of the game.
And the Singapore player is still down.
Yeah, that was way over the top.
Tensions running high here. Both teams fighting hard, representing their countries in the gold medal game. And it looks like Poom, number 24 for Thailand, is indeed going to get a game misconduct. He's leaving the ice. Good to see the Singapore player finally on his feet. Crowd gives a cheer. That's number 7, Hamnet. And he's skating off under his own power, it looks like.
And he's staying on the ice?
He might be, yeah.
Which
something
is
to note for our viewers out there. In our previous game, Singapore versus UAE, almost the same 5 skaters for about 75% of the game for Singapore on the ice, and they're on the ice right now. It's number 55 Go, the centerman, 97 Chan, and I believe 17 Chian are the wingers, but they're kind of fluid. Sometimes Chian goes back and Hamnet, number 7, comes forward, and team captain 76 Chua on the blue line. And we'll see how long those guys stay on the ice for Singapore and how much of a factor fatigue will play. So right now, because Poom got the game misconduct, it looks like number 14 for Thailand is going to serve the time in the box. That's Karnboon Tawan. So he'll be sitting. And Singapore here with another full 2.5 minutes of 5-on-3 time here. Really going to try and take a stranglehold on this game.
Yeah, Thailand's really put themselves in a deep hole. They need to get out of this.
Chan down low to the sideboards here. Singapore keeping the puck to the outside. That shot blocked by Mel there. Puck goes to the far boards, up near the blue line. Team captain Chua over to Chan, number 97. He's already scored a goal once in this game. And a good save there by James.
Yeah, they just keep them to the outside, let the long shots come in, trust their goalie.
Oh, and this is pretty significant. They called a major penalty on.
Yeah, no, it was a
Boom
5-minute game misconduct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Forgive me. Man, the refs really calling quite a tight game. It's kind of surprising because they've sort of let the players play up until this point in the tournament. Good blocker save there by James in a dangerous spot for, Chan unable to settle that puck down. It was in a dangerous area. James was out of position, but he was unable to get a clean look on net. Chan coming through the slot here. Another shot, save. James is down. Hamnet throws it out front blindly, but a good takeaway there by number 12. And Thailand now only one man down, 5-on-4 here. Both penalties killed.
Yeah,
but still
over 4 minutes, yeah.
Go 55 for Singapore, going behind the net. Hamnet there along with him. Throws it out again. Just kind of a blind play into the slot here, and it looks like Thailand's going to have a chance here on the counter. Roger trying to deke around Singapore, able to take that puck away. Chan, centering pass! Dangerously able to make the save. To the point now. Team captain Pooney. Long shot, saved by Lee. That's been Thailand's best chance all night.
It has, absolutely, absolutely. Really smart play, patient, just couldn't outweight the goalie.
9:54 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal are 9-4 in favor of Singapore. 2-0 power play goals early, the difference in this game. Still 3:45 remaining on the major penalty. Game misconduct to Poom. Thailand able to win the faceoff here though and still kill even more time even though they're down a man. Just doing a good job here. 18 times skating hard and just harassing on the forecheck here, doing a fantastic job of keeping the puck deep in the Singapore zone. Now Chan, number 97 for Singapore, able to get out, and a shot and a save by James. Chan really going low to the 5-hole quite often.
Yeah, I mean, it's his MO. Comes in, winds up, lets that wrister go. I think Thailand needs to understand that that's his MO. Just stop him at the line.
Yeah, or keep him to the outside. If you know he's going to skate outside and deke towards center, just keep him towards the outside, cut off that lane. Face-off won by Singapore here. Down to the far corner for Hamnet, back to the point. Chua, team captain of Singapore, again to the corner for Hamnet, number 7. Behind the net for Go. Centering pass. Ooh, Thailand delayed a bit there, just kept the puck in that dangerous high slot area. Eventually able to clear.
Singapore going back to regroup. They've got lots of time left, 3 minutes.
Good takeaway there at the blue line by Time, number 18. But Singapore once again able to get the puck quickly. Chian, number 17, with good speed. Down low, behind the net, circling back to the point. 97, over to 17. Somebody lost an edge. Thailand's going to have a chance here if they hurry, and they will. Time on a breakaway.
Great defensive play.
A fantastic defensive play by the Singapore skater. Hamnet diving and able to alter that shot. Lee came over immediately, gave him a big tap. Thank you.
Yeah, as well as the rest of his teammates. That was a great defensive play.
You love to see it, laying out the body. Gold medal game representing his country. Both teams in this tournament want to win, obviously. Singapore able to come away with the face-off draw there. Team win. 97 Chan once again with the puck. Just kind of threw it down low. Oh, dangerous play. Number 47 Lee threw it on net, but it was just wide. Once again, Thailand able to clear and kill more time. We're down to 2 minutes remaining on the power play. 8 minutes remaining in the first period. Chan once again fires. Blocker save James. Oh, throw it off the James again, and puck comes out. So Singapore going to have to exit the zone.
I've seen more mistakes in the defensive zone by Thailand than I think of the whole tournament. It's got to be nerves.
Roger Deking trying to get around the Singapore skater. Cross ice here with space. Shot by Pooney, saved by Lee. Again, cross ice to Pooney. Pooney unable to settle that puck down. Singapore able to break back out. Once again, Chan, Singapore leading the rush. His shot, ooh, just wide, past the near post. He's got such a quick release. Can see why he's leading the team in goals. Puck to Lee, number 47, cutting into the zone. Cutting towards the net here. Thailand able to take it away. Team captain Pooney. He's been out there for quite a long shift here. Roger here is going to have a chance. Roger's shot, saved by Lee. Puck eventually comes to Hamnet, number 7 of Singapore. Singapore, again, relying on a lot of the same skaters. We'll see if fatigue plays a factor later in this game. 6.5 remaining in the first period. 24 seconds left on the power play. 76, team captain Chua for Singapore slowly enters the zone, and he loses the puck on that hard check there by number 12, excuse me. Roger here coming down for Thailand. Both teams battling for the puck in the near corner. Eventually Roger able to settle that puck down low. Hard shot right into Lee. Did a good job covering the near post. Tough angle there for Roger. I'm not sure if he, could have passed maybe, but not a bad play to get the puck on net. James saves that shot by Singapore.
Yeah, he could have taken another couple of steps out. I think he realized after he shot it that he had a little more space.
Good tap in here and penalty over, so both teams back to even strength. Thailand doing a fantastic job there of killing off the penalty and keeping this into a 2-goal game. Arm up, we got a penalty. Tripping is the call, and number 17, Chian, the guilty party. So Thailand going to have another opportunity here on the power play.
Well, that was a very important 9 minutes of penalty killing.
Give credit to Thailand, really coming back strong here, feeding off the crowd's energy, settling themselves down a bit here. If they could get a goal here on the power play, it would be huge for the momentum of the game. Conversely, Singapore, PK here, can they stand up to the task and keep this 2-goal advantage? 5:31 remaining in the first period. Face-off won by Team Thailand. Roger here behind the Singapore net. Tries to wrap around in the slot. Good breakup there by the Singapore team defense. To the point for 12. His long shot just wide. Might have tried a deflection there. Shogun down low again. To the side. Shot and a great sliding save by Lee.
That was a fantastic save.
Far boards up to the point now for Thailand. Switching Pan back to the point here. Back to Pan at the far boards. Cross ice, it was in the skates of 12. Tanut. Puck now into the far corner, into the slot. 12 Rauman's going to have a chance here. His shot deflected wide. Singapore eventually able to clear. So good minute there of pressure on the power play by Team Thailand. They're going to have to regroup.
Yeah, it was some really smart play, smart passing, well-structured power play.
Well done on that long tape-to-tape pass. Singapore able to break that up momentarily, but time, number 18 for Thailand, eventually gets it into the zone.
Offside.
Offside was the call, okay. I was waiting for the call. I was confused what had happened. Time chatting with the Singapore bench, giving some pleasantries.
If you look at the Singapore bench, it's kind of divided. You've got the three coaching staff in the middle, and from what we see on the left side, that side of the bench is not stepped on the ice.
Correct. And that's what we've seen so far in this tournament. They've been heavily reliant on their top skaters. 15 for Thailand, winds up at his shot, deflected well wide. Back to the point here. 19, winds up in the top of the right circle, in the slot, and a goal! Rebound, power play goal. I believe that was Roger, but I can't quite see the jersey number at this moment. It was actually number 15 for Team Thailand with the power play goal, Thanachai Sakchai Charnkul.
Thailand needed that goal. That gets them back in, gets the crowd re-energized, hopefully lights a fire under them.
So with that power play goal, Thailand halves the deficit now 2-1. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the first period. Shots on goal are 12-9 now, still in favor of Singapore. Face off, won by Singapore. Number 97, Chan, once again, got a good move into the slot here, but broken up by Team Thailand. They clear. Chian just throws it down deep again.
The concern from the Singapore side is if they continue to play with these 6 or 7 players, how long are they going to be able to keep up this pace and stamina when Thailand is rolling their lines?
Should be noted that Thailand also does have a short bench, though, I believe due to illness. Singapore here back quickly. 97 Chan once again cutting towards the slot. His shot just a bit wide. I'm not sure if James got a piece of that. Simple play, skate right, shoot left.
That was a great defensive play there. Lift of the stick right at the last second.
Oh, and what a beautiful sequence there. Number 18 Time just delayed, and made an easy tap in for his line mate, number 15. Thanachai with his second goal, tying it for Team Thailand just a minute later after their initial power play goal.
You know, and that was all set up with his strong defensive play. That lift of the stick prevented that goal. He had a wide open net there just right at the last second. Number 7 lifted the stick, gave Thailand the opportunity to go the other way, and what a great play, what a great pass.
Give credit to the whole team of Thailand, both defensively and offensively, skating hard, getting back into this game. We're tied 2-2, 3 minutes remaining in the first period. Thailand able to settle the puck down deep in their own zone. Puni, his pass broken up, goes all the way down now. Bumps down in front of us, both teams colliding. Eventually Team Thailand comes away with the puck. Puni, team captain for Thailand, looking to start the rush into the Singapore zone, throwed it toward the slot. Now number 7, Pan with the puck. Back to the point for Puni. His long shot, bouncing. Now
nice
to the near
deflection
boards.
there.
Yeah, good deflection here. Roger, man, Thailand with so much pressure here, just kind of continuing their momentum. Eventually Singapore able to just get that puck down deep. This is going to be an icing, I believe. No icing is the call.
Waved off. You can see the pep in Thailand's step right now. They've really picked it up, got some confidence back, skating like they normally see.
Go there with a nice job for Singapore, able to steal that puck coming off the bench, throwing it into the slot, but once again, nobody on the other end. Roger, now for Team Thailand, deep into the Singapore zone. Stops, skates back up to the top of the left circle. Back pass to Rahman, number 12. His shot saved initially. Comes to Roger. His shot's blocked. Roger now. Tough angle shot, saved by Lee. Roger behind the net still. Back to Pan now. Back to Roger at the far boards. Roger gives it to the point. Down low again. Pan and Team Singapore fighting for the puck. Oh, there could have been a call on that play.
Just going back that last play, when time was, he was actually trying to pass the puck across to his teammate. He was wide open at the other end, and Lee got his glove in the way. Otherwise, that might have been another tap in.
I'm unsure of the exact call and why the puck came out of the Singapore zone, but we've got a reset. Still 5-on-5.
Good face-off win there by Thailand. I think the ruling was that the Thai player fell on top of the puck.
I see. Thank you. Singapore eventually able to get the puck deep into the Thailand zone. Time, number 18, is going to tap it out just in front of 15 Kanachai.
That's going to be an offside.
But Time does a good job there of trying to get the puck deep, but it is going to be a delayed offsides. Singapore here, number 97, Chan, coming back.
That was a good defensive play. Stand him up at the line.
Pooney here with some space. Team captain for Thailand, skating hard, throws it back towards the circle where it's settled down by Team Thailand. Long shot from the point, deflected just wide. Number 12, Raman now. He rings it around the boards. Down to 15, Kanachai. The 2-goal scorer in the game so far, leveled it for Thailand. Singapore eventually able to get that puck, but it deflects out of play. Just 9.5 seconds remaining here in the first period. Shots on goal. Now Thailand in the lead, 13-12.
They've really put it on. The 9-minute kill was huge. I think it gave a lot of momentum to Thailand and possibly took away some of the confidence from Singapore.
Yeah, that 5-minute kill was major part of this game.
And let's keep in mind, not only was it a 5-minute kill, out of those 9 minutes, 6 were 5-on-3.
Correct. So that's going to do it for the first period. What an exciting game here. Gold medal 2022 Under-20 Asia Oceania tournament between Thailand and Singapore. We're going to throw it to Keith for a commercial break. This is Hockey Night in Thailand.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Take a good deserved break. It's crazy here. And we'll get ready for the second period. Coming up after this.
This is breaking news from ThailandTV.news. Now all the Thailand news is in one place. The latest reports from around the clock and around the world. Breaking Thailand news from all the world's top news sources, translated into 11 languages and updated 24 hours a day. Here's Ali with more.
ThailandTV.news has it all. The latest news, weather and sports updates, plus up-to-the-minute events listings and fun things to do in Thailand. And that's not all. There's also entertainment, lifestyle, and travel news, including the latest visa information. If it's happening in Thailand, you'll find it here at ThailandTV.news.
It's all here at ThailandTV.news. All the latest news, weather, sports, they even cover ice hockey. It's all done at ThailandTV.news. Yes, it's all the Thailand news, all in one place.
And welcome back. We're still waiting for the second period. So take a little break as our announcers are doing, and we will be back here shortly. And we're back as we get ready for the second period of the gold medal game between Thailand and Singapore. I'm Keith Mueller, your director for tonight's game. But the main men, Zach and Preet, are standing by. They've caught their breath from the first period, and they're ready to go. So we're going to turn it over to the experts, Zach and Preet, and for the second period. Take it away, gentlemen, for our gold medal game.
Thank you, Keith.
Yeah, thanks, Keith.
You're too kind. I don't know if I'd call me an expert, but I am a fan, and it's been a pleasure to be a part of this tournament and watch teams compete. And this is, the joy of sport, to have different cultures, different groups of people from all over the world come together, shared goal. And I've been happy and proud to say there's been a lot of good sportsmanship, a lot of camaraderie on the ice from all the squads. And it's been an exciting game here.
Yeah, look, it's been a lot of fun. That last bit when Thailand stayed out of the penalty box, they gained a lot of momentum. They pressured a lot. They kept the play in the Singapore zone for a big portion of that time.
Yeah, a total of 7 penalties called in the first period, 5 on Team Thailand, 2 on Team Singapore. So refs calling a very tight game, and that was really the big difference. 3 of our 4 goals scored were on the power play. But probably most critically, and the turning point for me in that first period, was Team Thailand's over 5-minute kill, where it was 2-0. They were down and used that momentum to carry them back into this game. Ooh, big hard check, and that's going to get a penalty. Tripping is the call. That almost was a old style hip check, and unfortunately, the Thai player is slow to get up. Oh, you never want to see that. That's number 18, Time. He is in some distress there. Team trainer coming onto the ice.
I think he fell really awkwardly onto his hip there.
Yeah, he's not putting much weight there at all on his leg, but thankfully able to skate off. Sure hope he's okay. And that's going to further shorten Thailand's bench. On that note, if you're keeping score at home, we've only seen about 8 skaters for Team Singapore, and the vast majority of the time is the same 5 skaters. You're going to see Go 55, the centerman, 97 Chan, the tournament's leading goal scorer. Kind of a flex between Hamnet and Cheon, 17 and 7, between the opposite winger and Demon, and finally team captain Chua, number 76. So we'll see if fatigue plays a factor here for Team Singapore.
Yeah, look, it has to. You can't keep up the pace. Thailand plays a pretty fast game, so they're either going to be constantly hemmed in their zone, or they're just not going to have the gas.
Poon there just kind of fanned on that shot on the point. That penalty to team captain 76 Chua of Singapore, tripping the call. So Thailand once again on the power play. Cross ice, puck just deflected into the near corner.
There's another penalty.
Another whistle, another penalty is the call.
That's
Unfortunately,
Thailand
it looks
going
like
off.
Team Thailand, the guilty party. They're going to negate that power play opportunity. 15, Tanachat, the 2-goal scorer in the first period, who was able to get his team back in the game. Looks like he's going to the box. And I'm a little unsure. It looks like we're going to have...
How can they call 2 players penalized on the same check?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That's surprising to me as
Right,
well. And from going on the power play to now 2 separate penalties on the same play, Thailand's going to now be 3 on 4, short-handed. It's a very strange sequence of events. I'm going to have to ask the officials later how that was the call, but both 19 and 15, Shogun and Tanachai in the penalty box.
Yeah, I think that was a bad call. You can't give 2 players a penalty on the same check.
Unless there was some secondary roughing call or something like that, but even still, it seems to be a heavy hand here by the officials. Those 2 penalties add to the parade of players in the box. We now have 10 total penalties, and we're only 1 minute into the second period. So now Singapore, on the power play, has a fantastic opportunity themselves to get back into control of this game. Puck rung around to the far boards. Number 97, Chan from the point to Chian, and good save there with a pad by James. And Thailand rings that puck all the way down to the...
Look, officiating is not an easy job. However, you don't want officiating to affect the game the way that it is already in this game.
Yeah, I mean, maybe give them 1 or 2 penalties early to let them know, hey, we're going to be calling a tight game. But then from there, only when it's been egregious. And to be fair, there have been a couple egregious penalties that we've seen, but at this level, it's a bit surprising. James there squeezed it to his side, checked behind him just to make sure, but he was able to make the save.
And Chen did squeeze one through in the first period, so.
Yeah, in the first period, 2 power play goals for Singapore, 17 Chian and 97 Chan with the goals. We have 17 more seconds on the penalty to Singapore before they go on to a 5-on-3 power play. So another critical kill here for Team Thailand, hoping to stay even in this game. Singapore able to win the draw here. To the right circle. Cross ice, great sliding pad save by James.
Yeah, that was a fantastic save.
Chua out of the box now. It's going to be a 5-on-3 power play here for 30 more seconds. Unfortunately, on that missed shot for Singapore, the puck's going to go all the way back down to their zone. Going to have to reset. Still 20 seconds remaining here on the 5-on-3. Chan, 97, into the slot, and saved by James. Chan, he just seems to have the same MO, and if I am a coach or a fan watching him, I would say, hey, you're doing almost the same thing every time. You're shooting low, going 5-hole almost every time. How do you be more effective? Maybe look for a rebound, maybe go to the top corner, but he just seems to keep doing the same thing. Now, who am I to say it's worked for him? He's leading the tournament in goals scored, but just surprising. Singapore, big win here. Still another 7 seconds of 5-on-3, but that missed shot going to go all the way down and going to kill the last of this 5-on-3 advantage.
A couple of good breaks there for Thailand on the missed shots.
Shogun and Tanachai out of the box, so we're back to even strength. Roger just below us here at the near boards. And Tanachai, number 15, cutting into the zone. Already scored 2 goals tonight. He's pushed wide. He's going to go behind the Singapore net. Wraparound chance. Through the slot. Oh! Arm up on a penalty here. Delayed call. Team Thailand going to get the 6th skater on. And they do. So we'll see what happens. Tanachai through the slot. Singapore breaks that up, but unable to get possession. Still a delayed penalty here. Poon, hard shot saved by Lee.
Save.
Raman now goes to Roger. Roger down low. His centering pass broken up, but still Team Thailand with the puck. So delayed penalty, still 6-on-5 here. 16:15 remaining in the second period. Time now back on the ice. Glad to see that. Eventually Singapore able to touch that puck, and we get the whistle.
And again, that was probably a good penalty to take. Again, stopped a goal, or at least a potential goal from happening.
Slash is the call on number 17, Chian. So that makes it 11 penalties so far in the game. 16:08 remaining in the second period. Shots on goal are 15 apiece. On the ice for Team Thailand, number 18, Time in the faceoff dot, opposing Go 55 for Singapore. Team Thailand able to win that draw. Number 6 in the crit at the near boards. Back to the point for team captain Pooney, excuse me. And down low to the circle. Good keep in here by Team Thailand.
No, hand pass.
Hand pass, thank you. So that's going to get a whistle, and the puck's going to come out of the zone just to the other side of the Singapore blue line.
Yeah, Thailand needs to take advantage here. They've got to press hard.
But before they do, I would like to see them just settle down a little bit, set their cycle up, which they're so famous for. Look for that open look as they get the Singapore players out of position if they can. Team captain Pooney gives it to Nakrit, who cuts into the zone wide. Nakrit tried a centering pass that was deflected wide to the far corner. Tanachai now selling the puck down for Pan, 7. His long shot saved by Lee. Nakrit needs to be careful there. The officials have called a tight game already. He gave a little extra shove after the whistle. don't want to negate this penalty, this power play opportunity that they have. Thailand making some changes. Going to switch up the forward line.
Yeah, they got Shogun out there.
Roger as well. Time still in the center. Time able to win that draw. Puck goes to the blue line. Team captain Pooney just threw it towards the net, but a good break up there by Singapore.
A little rushed on the power play. They need to just slow it down a little bit, take their time.
Pon here doing a good job of skating around the Singapore checkers. Still with the puck, eventually Team Singapore able to cut that puck out. So that's another example there of just one guy doing a little too much.
Yeah, completely unnecessary. You've got a power play. You've got 4 other players that there.
Here comes time, 18 for Thailand, rushing wide, stops, looking for a pass. Top of the left circle. Back to the point now for team captain Pooney. Back to time at the far boards. His tough angle shot saved by Lee, number 1 in goal for Singapore. 30 seconds remaining for the man advantage for Team Thailand.
Thailand needs to get a left-handed shot out here on the right side of this power play.
All righties. And all the same skaters there. You'd think about, again, fatigue. You know, I know these are their top skaters, but you'd think that they might try and change it up, get some fresh legs out there. Singapore able to clear that puck all the way down. Pooney, team captain for Thailand, looking to start the rush. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Pooney enters the zone. His long shot and a rebound. Oh, it was a juicy rebound, but unfortunately for Team Thailand, unable to settle that puck down, get a clean shot.
Oh.
Nice takeaway here by Chua, team captain. Out of the box, Chian, even strength. Chian throws that puck down low. But once again, Singapore just kind of playing a bit of a passive game here. Great end-to-end pass here. 19, excellent save by Lee and net for Singapore. Stoned Shogun.
That was a great pass.
Thailand's stretch passes here have been fantastic in the second period. That's about the third one. Roger, 16 from the near corner, down behind the net now. Down low. Over to the far corner, back to the point now. Low to high, that long shot wide. Puck's going to rebound all the way out of the zone. Pon back to Pooney. So Pooney and Pon have been on the D-line here for over the power play, now back to even strength here. Pan there with a mistake. Able to recover a bit here, but eventually Team Singapore takes that puck. Quickly now back to Team Thailand. Roger trying to enter, but broken up. Team Singapore now, 97 Chan. Tournament's leading goal scorer, just rings it around the boards. My view screened here, but puck at the far corner, now behind.
Yeah, we've got a big
Thailand.
blind spot here with all the cameramen.
It is the gold medal game. Roger now for Team Thailand enters the Singapore zone, but quickly loses possession. Chan, 97 for Singapore, coming back now. Threw it out front, but his team was making a change. I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here, but we've got a lot of the same skaters. You wonder about fatigue as a factor. That long shot saved by Lee, able to cover, make this.
It's going to play a factor. There's just these kids are young. They've got lots of energy. However, you could only play so much. We saw it yesterday. You know, we saw yesterday with UAE playing their top 3 guys, you know, almost 50 minutes each in the game.
And it should be noted that Thailand with a short bench here on the game misconduct in the first period on, I believe it was Mel, number 22, or excuse me, it was Poon, number 24, who took the game misconduct. So the D-line is going to have a bit of a short bench here. Team captain Pooney still on the ice, but his partner this time is Rahman, number 12.
Yeah, and number 94 for Singapore, again, he got a, you know, there was like a 10-second shift. Back to the same guys.
Almost not worth it, but that's for their coaching staff to decide.
You know, and there's 2 sides of it, right? One is the it's not sustainable, and for me, the second part is you've got a half a bench that's not getting to play. they're here
How
for
are those guys able to get experience? Ooh, Chua there with a crafty little shot. He used the Thai skater as a screen, but James able to track the puck and save.
Yeah, linesman took a little bit of a tumble. He's okay.
28 Liao for Team Singapore, able to get a little bit of ice time here. Catch a shift on the wing. Face off, eventually won by Team Thailand. Puni throwing that forward to 21, Tunanich. And now 15, Tanachai with a chance. Saved by Lee again.
That was another good stretch pass. Like, a little bit maybe lucky that it got through.
Here's another one. Tanachai gets stood up by Chian. Thailand just throws the puck down to their own end, looking to regroup here on the rush. 11:20 remaining in the second period. 21, Kananich. He's stymied, and long shot bounces wide. Puck in the near corner here, rung around to the far boards.
Singapore's had quite a few key blocks on point shots.
Puck eventually comes down low for Team Singapore. 47 lead, looking to clear that puck, but he bounced off the Thai skater. Singapore able eventually to settle it down. Hard hit there by Puni on Chan. Good clean check. Go now, trying to avoid the Thai defense. He does quite well. Puni and Pan, I believe, falling to the ice. Pan with his hand over his face. Thankfully, it looks like he's up and okay. Team captain in Thailand, that would be a huge blow if he was to get injured. He plays so many critical minutes for this squad, nearly every single shift. He is coming off now for a breather.
Yeah, it's been an awkward play going into the corner. Not sure if the Singapore player fell on top of.
Yeah, Go. Speaking of which, Go's going to have a quick rest on the bench as well. And we've got all three of the Singapore forwards now are some of their reserve players, so it's nice to see them get some ice time here. Pan over to 12, Raman. Cross ice to time, 18. Back to Raman, deep in the Thai zone, looking for the breakout. 19, Shogun, across to Roger here. Roger delaying up the sideboard, just waiting for an opening. He goes behind the Singapore net, circling to the far boards now. Team Singapore doing a nice job here of just clogging up the lanes. Muta Kamar able to steal that puck away and get it out of the zone. Thailand gonna have to regroup here. Time number 18 does a good job avoiding the check here. Still delaying. That looks like a trip. It will be a trip. Arm up, delayed penalty. Over to 12 for Raman. Thailand gets the extra skater on. Centering pass, down low, shot, saved by Lee. It is indeed a trip.
It is. That was, again, just a great cross crease pass. A little mistimed by the Thai player. Otherwise, he had a wide open net.
Yeah.
And didn't catch the number of who that was standing on that side.
I think it was time 18, which is a good shifty play. 7, Hamnet, the guilty party for Singapore, so they'll go back shorthanded once again. 9:16 remaining in the second period. Shots on goal at 22-16 in favor of Thailand. We are still tied 2-2 in this gold medal game of the under-20 Asia and Oceana hockey tournament. Thailand able to win that draw. Team captain Puni from the point. Cross ice down to the far corner for Roger. Roger at the far boards looking. Circles away from the pressure. Resets near the left faceoff dot. Back to the point now for Pan. Back to Roger. Roger down behind the net now. Thailand likes his overload style. Centering pass! Thailand able to keep it in. Nothing doing there. That play was broken up. Once again, trying similar play here. Eventually that miscue, puck comes out of the zone. They're going to have to regroup.
The really forcing that cross play. Well, I mean, they've got.
They really like to overload the one side and then try
Yeah.
and set up that cross ice play in the slow slot.
They did bring out a left shooter this time, so they should be able to play it both ways.
Yeah, once again, all righties.
We've got number 15
Time
is the
down
is
low.
the lone lefty.
Dangerous zone here.
Oh!
Oh, Roger tried a backhander, was just a bit too high over the crossbar. Time from the point. His long shot blockered away by Lee.
Goalie's without his stick. Oh,
His line mate for Singapore, Damien, will do a good job there to get him his stick back. Thailand has to quickly add to the zone, but they're back in quickly. Good hard shot by Time. Lee able to stick out the right pad.
yeah, better save by the goalie there.
30 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Thailand. Back in quickly here. Shogun. Behind the net. Back to Roger at the near circle. Pooney with a hard shot. Again, padded away by Lee. Give him credit. He stood tall here in the second.
He has. And I'm impressed with the Thai defenders at the point here, really keeping that puck low. Opportunities for rebounds and deflections.
Yeah, I think they wrote the scouting report. Lee, has a lot of opportunities he gives up. Golden
Another great
chance
defensive
there,
play.
but another great stick by Singapore's team defense. Just breaking that shot up just enough, keeping Tanachai away from his hat trick. Penalty over, so we're back to even strength. 6:50 remaining in the second period. Down low behind the Singapore bench, Team Thailand. Centering pass! Once again, just broken up by an active stick, no clean shot. Time, down low, shot, and a goal! And I think that's Tanachai's hat trick. Number 15 for Team Thailand leading the celebration. Another similar type of play going from outside, down low into the slot, and able eventually to put one past Lee for the lead, 3-2.
This last shift, this last goal is an example of the fatigue these players are facing. They're on the ice too long. They just don't have the legs and the stamina to play those kinds of shifts and those lengths.
Yeah, especially now here as we're in the last quarter of the second period. Once again, it's all the same 5 main skaters for Team Singapore. And how will they have the legs? How will they have the strength to compete against this Thai squad? Oh,
Dangerous play. That puck came
James
out.
almost gave that goal right back, but able to make the save. Hard check there by Chian on Tanuch. Team Thailand with the puck deep in the Singapore zone once again. Nakrit looking down low. That centering pass broken up by an active stick. Rahman able to keep it in at the blue line. Puck comes to Roger. His pass broken up. Again, not Rahman with a good keep in for the point. Cross ice, open net, and that was in the skates of Chian for Singapore. Singapore able to get back out again. Chan, number 97, just taps it deep. Puck below us here at center ice. Eventually it comes to Team Thailand. Tanuch throws it deep into the Singapore zone. 97 Chan looking to start the rush. Goes far to the opposite side of the rink. Down low, stops at the corner. Back to the blue line. That long shot deflected and goal. Simple play. Team captain 76 Chua with a quick shot from the point, and somebody deflected it down low. I could see a redirection.
James definitely wants to have that one back. He's not happy with himself there.
So less than a minute after the go-ahead goal for Thailand, we're back tied 3-3. Number 47 Lee with the goal on the redirection after the shot by Chua.
And, Thailand bringing out some fresh skaters.
Yeah, this is one of Atit's number 5's first shifts that I've seen him take, and he's able to help win the faceoff for Team Thailand. Atit number 5 with the puck now. Cuts in, his shot Broken up there. Good little takeaway on the stick lift by Team Singapore. Chan trying to split the Thai defense, but taken down. Good hard check there by Nakrit, number 6. Shogun looking to start the rush for Team Thailand. Enters the Singapore zone. His shot wide. Unable to clear. Eventually Go settles it down for Team Singapore. Nice takeaway quickly by Team Thailand, and once again they're in possession. Pooney, team captain, number 8, enters the zone for Team Thailand. Going down low here. Eventually loses possession to his opposition, 76 Chua, team captain of Singapore. But once again, less than 5 seconds later, Thailand regains the control. Singapore very passive here, just kind of being opportunistic on Thailand's mistakes.
There's some fatigue setting in. You get the same 5 skaters. They can only do so much for so long.
That shot wide, he was looking for a deflection. Another long shot, that time saved by Lee. Puck goes to the corner. Nakrit trying to evade the Singapore checkers. Puck comes to Tanach, who throws it out front. Was in a danger zone briefly, but no clean shot. Chan once again, similar kind of play. I think Thailand's really just kind of able to read him now after so many shifts. They know what he's trying to do. Hard check there by the Singapore skater, team captain Chua, able to get possession for his team.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right on that. They're reading number 97's plays because it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, he hasn't changed it up at all. He goes from his forehand to his backhand, back to his forehand, from the outside in. Here at Thailand with a chance.
Oh,
penalty.
Tripping the call coming up.
Great deke there by Tanachai. Already with a hat trick in this game. And the Singapore skater made the slash to try and prevent the goal. Once again, Chian, 17, going to the penalty box. 3 minutes remaining in the second period. Thailand once again on the man advantage.
And they're widely out shooting them now, 28-17, when they were well behind in shots in the first period. They've really come on strong, and a credit to the Singapore goalie. He's standing tall.
Yeah, as I mentioned at the start of this broadcast, Thailand scoring on about 25% of their shots. Puck comes all the way down after the Singapore draw win.
Oh, that's going to be
that's
icing.
going to be a miscue there. That's going to be an icing on team. No, for some reason no icing called off. I'm surprised that it wasn't an icing. Pooney, near the Singapore blue line, has to wait for his team to vacate the zone before he can enter. He does. His long shot, block it away. Rebound, unable to get another look. Pooney at the far corner now. Thailand captain looking for an outlet pass. Goes D to D. Shogun, his shot deflected off a stick and out of play.
Yeah, they've got time. There's no need for them to try to force the shots to the net.
Yeah, I'd like to see them go back to what's been so effective so far, is overloading, looking for that odd side empty net. But they're kind of content here looking for these long point shots, looking for either deflections perhaps or kind of slap passes into the slot. Here Pooney, once again, long shot. This one was well wide. Good deke there by Shogun. Again, tries a cross-ice pass. Roger settles it down. Similar play, down low. Lee able to make the save.
It was a good little play, good tip.
Simple and effective. Just under 1 minute remaining on the power play for Thailand. Just under 2 minutes left in the second period. Shots on goal 30-17 in favor of Thailand. Score still 3-all. Time in the faceoff dot opposed by Go of Singapore. Thailand wins the draw. Pooney down to the sideboards for Roger. Down low for time, I believe. It is time behind Singapore's net. Looking, Gretzky's office. Comes out to the side. His shot just over the crossbar. Pooney now at the blue line. Down low. Tried that back door again. Broken up by Team Singapore.
Yeah, it was a bit of a risky play there because Singapore is standing tall in those places.
Here's the Thai cycle from the circle. That shot again just high. Tanachai down low, time to Poon. Hard shot from the circle, and that hit off his own skater.
Looked like there was actually a good save from Lee there. Went off his pad.
Penalty over. Final minute of the second period. Even strength. Thailand still looking to apply the pressure here, working their cycle. From the blue line, Tanachai goes over to the near boards. Now puck squirts to the point again. Settled down here by Roger, able to keep it in. Deep for Shogun. Back to Roger. Centering pass. Just a bit outside.
Singer players have been really active with their sticks and getting them in the lanes.
20 seconds remaining in the period. Thailand down low, looking for, again, some kind of backdoor play perhaps. From the circle, shot wide. Final 5 seconds of the period. They're going to have to hurry if they want to get one more chance here. Pooney behind the net. Not sure if he sees the clock. And that whistle's going to do it. End of the second period. We are still tied 3-3. This gold medal game. It's been exciting action, Keith. We're going to throw it back to you for another commercial break.
Oh, it's been exciting, all right. And well, now we get our cameras back. We've had some camera issue, and well, we don't really have our cameras back. So that's the third period. We will try to see what's going on. And
This is breaking news from ThailandTV.news. Now all the Thailand news is in one place. The latest reports from around the clock and around the world. Breaking Thailand news from all the world's top news sources, translated into 11 languages and updated 24 hours a day. Here's Ali with more.
ThailandTV.news has it all. The latest news, weather and sports updates, plus up-to-the-minute events listings and fun things to do in Thailand. And that's not all. There's also entertainment, lifestyle, and travel news, including the latest visa information. If it's happening in Thailand, you'll find it here at ThailandTV.news.
It's all here at ThailandTV.news. All the latest news, weather, sports, they even cover ice hockey. It's all done at ThailandTV.news. Yes, it's all the Thailand news, all in one place.
so we're working on our third period, and we're working on our cameras. Maybe we may get a camera back. Maybe. And we'll work on that. So, well, we got something back right now. We'll be in touch. And hello and welcome back. Having some technical issues, nothing new. When you have Wi-Fi issues, you have Wi-Fi issues. But we have edited all that out because we can. And so we can see the future. We know the future. So anyways, welcome back to the gold medal game for the third period. And we are currently still in our third period intermission, but we will be back
Less
here.
than a minute.
It's Thailand versus Singapore with the always wonderful Zach Block and Preet Marwa. Preet, help me, buddy.
Preet Marwaha.
Marwaha. Phew. And, you know, and I grew up in the Midwest with Indian names, like Native American names, and I was like, I should be able to do some of these, but no, I cannot.
And here we have Keith Mueller.
Mueller, yes. Every German you've ever met, one of three is probably Mueller, yes. Yeah, well,
All right,
well, gentlemen, bring it home for the third period, then we get to go have as many drinks as we can take.
Oh, boy.
Good. Alrighty, gentlemen, start your engines and enjoy the third period. Hopefully we'll make it through it alive.
I hope so. Third period of this gold medal game. Still tied here, 3-3. We entered the second tied 2-all. Had a goal apiece for each squad. Tanachai, number 15 for Thailand, got the hat trick, but less than a minute later, 47 Lee of Singapore, able to tie it. So big thing for me going into this third period is how will Team Singapore be able to keep these same 5 skaters on the ice the whole time and keep their legs fresh? How are they going to be able to withstand the onslaught of the Thai squad?
That was a great shot and better save once again by Lee from Singapore.
Yeah, he just had to fought that off with his blocker.
And I completely agree with you. This fatigue is going to kick in.
And a chance, and what a beautiful rebound save by Lee. Tanachai was on the doorstep looking for his 4th of the night.
He was ready to put his arms in the air.
He was ready, but Lee made a diving stop. Beautiful save. He, for sure, in my opinion, has been the key difference for Team Singapore, keeping them in this game.
100%. They're being outshot 2-1, and he's keeping them in the game.
Singapore just very opportunistic. They took advantage early with the 2 power play goals and quickly responded, as I mentioned, late in the second period. But very content to just kind of let Thailand skate and try their best to fight it off. Tanachai just kind of shakes his head as the Singapore skater just kind of fell down and grabbed his stick while doing so. But anyway, Pooney, team captain of Thailand, cutting towards the net, goes behind now, looking for an outlet. Goes down the slot, but broken up there with an active stick by Team Singapore.
Singapore certainly on their heels to start this period off.
Tanachai now, 15 for Thailand, near the point. Circles his pass to time from the slot. Cross ice, so one maybe pass too many. I'm not sure if Pooney was looking for that.
No, I think the pass caught him off guard just a little bit.
Down
right
low,
idea.
In the slot, but unfortunately winds up on. Oh, great back check there by Tanachai, able to keep it in for Thailand. Roger now, tried a centering pass, broken up. I think Thailand a little bit too quick here to try and look for that centering pass, look for that cross ice pass here. Needs to kind of set up the play just a little longer. Like this here, Roger with a good deke, got some space now, but he retreats. Tanachai rushing towards the slot, but lost the handle. Singapore just whips it down, and that's going to be an icing.
Should be icing. It is. Yeah, it looks like Singapore's on their heels. They're same 5 guys on the ice, and they're going to get tired.
Conversely here, Thailand changing it up. Got 3 fresh skaters here, a Tit, number 5, Nakrit, number 6, and 21. That would be Tananich. Singapore able to win that draw and get it out to Chan, but quickly back on Team Thailand, sick. They throw it down into the Singapore zone where it's recovered. Puck thrown up the near boards. Good keeping here by Nakrit, number 6 of Team Thailand. He once again rings it around the boards where it's stopped by Hamnet, number 7. Puck at the near boards here. Now up to Shogun. Shogun with a nice deke. Retreats. Pass up to Pooney at the point. Pooney's long pass, long shot. Look for a deflection there, but nobody there. Lee able to make the save. Similar play there. Oh, in the slot! And Lee able to make the save.
Wow. He single-handedly is keeping this team alive.
And it's relatively simple. Thailand just kind of looking for the same general type of play. They're going from the outside or from the point with a long, almost slap pass, looking for either a rebound or a guy on the other end in the low slot and just poking it home in front of Lee.
Yeah, and eventually they're going to get a break. They're going to get a tip. It'll go off somebody's skates. Something like that will happen. Invariably does.
Here Team Singapore looking to break in. Liao up the near boards. Goes down low. Unfortunately for Team Singapore, that goes all the way back down. That pass to the point was to nobody. Chua had gone closer towards the center of the ice, had vacated his spot there near the boards. Singapore looking to regroup here. 17, Chian scored the first goal of the game on the power play. He's down low behind the Thailand net, gives it up. Arm up, we got a penalty.
I'm not sure what the penalty call is for.
Yeah, I didn't see the call either. We'll have to wait for the official. And there it is eventually. Slash is the call.
Again,
number 6,
just a weak call, in my opinion.
15, Tanachai, the guilty party. Yeah, I didn't even see it. I lost count earlier in the game about how many penalties we've had, but we're at about 12 to 15 penalties at least. Refs have called a very tight game.
Yeah, and the coach is asking for an explanation because that penalty does not make sense to the coach either. Not that coaches ever agree with penalty calls. It was just just another bad call in my opinion.
Once again, the same 5 skaters on for Singapore on this power play. They skate about 75%, 80% of the game. We'll see, as I mentioned earlier, fatigue's a factor. Singapore able to win that draw, but Thailand does a good job of harassing them to get the puck out. 97 Chan regroups to start the rush. See if he tries that similar play from the outside in. He does. That hard shot patted away by James and net. Chian from the top of the circle. His shot is deflected. Unable to clear there by Roger, number 16. Gives Singapore a fresh chance. Team captain Chua tries a centering pass. Blockered away.
And number 8, Boone is he's gassed out there. He needs to get off.
Similar to Team Singapore, Pooney, the team captain,
2 on 1. 2 on 1 here.
95% of the chance. That's right. 2 on 1 here. Short-handed. Thailand. Shot saved by Lee. No pass there. Pooney's going to have a chance. Pooney shot. Save again by Lee. I'm a little surprised here that he's not getting a break. Oh, and now Singapore, we're going to have a huge chance here. But Tanachai trying to get back if he can. Tanachai. James with a fantastic save there on the breakaway opportunity. Tanachai skating hard there, unable to stop himself, and he went hard into James and the crossbar. He's down. Yeah, I think he took the wind out of himself, just essentially clotheslining himself on the crossbar.
Yeah. I mean, a great back check, just didn't give himself any room to stop. They're lucky the goalie didn't get injured on that play. Correct. He went hard into the goalie and the crossbar.
I'm happy to see that Tanachai is moving, and he looks like he's on his knees now. Hopefully just got the wind knocked out of him. He's on his feet now. The crowd gives him a strong ovation. Oh, unfortunately, he looks like he's limping. Might have hurt his leg there, lower body injury. Yeah, he's being supported by 2 of his teammates. He's not putting any weight there on that leg. That's unfortunate.
That's Shogun.
Oh, forgive me, that was Shogun. Yeah, that's 19. He is one of Thailand's leading scorers in this tournament. Just under 15 minutes remaining in the third period, 42 seconds remaining on this power play for Team Singapore. Face off, won by Singapore. Puck goes to the point. Chian, his long shot. Ooh! Little redirection, simple play, but unfortunately for Hamnet, he took a little too much off the puck, and it just slowly fluttered to James where he was able to squeeze his pads together.
Nice play, though. It's a little bit of taking a page out of Thailand's book on the power play.
Certainly. But I'll say it again, you wonder if fatigue's going to be a factor. All 5 skaters, I don't think they've come off the ice for the first 5 minutes of this period.
Yeah, certainly not for any length of time. They've had a couple of guys sort of come on for a few seconds here and there.
Similarly, I should say, team captain Pooney for Thailand has not left the ice either, I don't believe. Good
No,
long shot by Time.
He's fatigued. You can see it. He just doesn't have the legs.
As I mentioned earlier in the game, Thailand is shorthanded on the back line. They had a game misconduct in the first period to Poom.
Yeah, combine that with a couple of, sort of players getting bumped and bruised and not being able to,
Good
be out
long
there.
keep in by Chian, but his shot was blocked by one of the Thailand defenders. I think that was team captain Pooney who got a piece of that.
Penalties over.
Back to even strength. Singapore still looking, trying to find the go-ahead goal here in this gold medal game. Long shot saved by James. Unable to control the rebound though. Singapore with the puck, hammered it in the slot. His shot was redirected while wide by the Thai sticks. Thailand eventually able to get that puck ringing around the far boards where Roger 16 is going to settle it down. Both teams going to make some changes. You can see a lot of tired skaters out there for both squads. Nakrit unable to settle that puck down. Thrown back out again by team captain Chua. Little contact there, no whistle. Both teams fighting for the puck near the Singapore bench. Eventually it's going to come to Team Singapore in white. That's 17 Chian behind his own net looking for an outlet. Goes D to D, team captain 76 Chua. Starting the rush. Quickly to Chian. Chian cross ice. That bounced off to Kuchamandar. He's getting some ice time here. It's important. Unfortunately for him, he loses the handle on the puck, but he's deep on the forecheck. Roger now 16 with the puck. Top of the left circle. Shot gloved by Lee.
Routine save from that distance. Lee's been absolutely outstanding in this game.
12:52 remaining in the third period. Shots on goal 40-21 in favor of Thailand.
It's almost no matter what happens in this game, I'd give Lee the MVP of the game. He's been absolutely solid.
Certainly. I mean, honestly, it could almost be shared by those 5 skaters of Singapore. They've played, as I say, 75-80% of this game, maybe more. Go versus Time in the faceoff dot. And Team Thailand wins the draw. Nakrit there had a chance, but again, Lee able to make the save.
Just fired it wide.
Oh, did he fire it wide?
Yeah,
Thank you. That's
fired
surprising considering how low he was.
I'm not sure how he missed the net from 3 feet out.
Eventually, Singapore able to clear that puck all the way back down to the Thai zone. Number 8, team captain Pooney with the puck. Looking for an outlet to begin the rush. He goes D to D. 12, Raman. Long pass to Nakrit. Nakrit loses an edge there. Falls down. Thailand turns around to regroup.
I think that the play was actually still onside. They didn't need to clear the zone.
Good shifty move there. And a redirection, but was wide. Shogun there. Glad to see he's back on the ice after that scary play earlier in the period. Shogun near the top of the left circle gives it away to Tanic. His shot deflected off a skate wide. Behind the net, Gretzky's office. That pass bounces off a stick. Good keep in here by Pooney. Puck down low again. throwing up the far boards. 21, Tanach trying to evade the Singapore checkers. He does. Throws it to the near boards. Hard hit into the boards. Yeah, you could hear that all through the arena. My view a little bit screened here. That long shot saved by Lee.
Yeah, those are good, smart plays. Get him at the net. This stage of the game, the more you keep firing at the net, the more you're going to get an opportunity.
Both teams making some changes. Once again, it's going to be go 55 for Singapore versus time 18 in the faceoff dot. Puck to Pooney, team captain, his long shot. Oh, it bounced off the post. That redirection, it bounced just off the post. Lee's going to tap that middle next to him, say thank you. Game still scoreless, still tied 3-3, forgive me. Oh, that puck was just behind the streaking Thai skater, Pooney, and you can see how gassed he is. He's just coming back up the ice. I don't think he's left the ice all at the third period, and a hard check into the boards, and that's going to be a penalty.
No, that's an icing, Chloe.
Oh, is it an icing?
Yeah, it's an icing.
Forgive me, thank you.
No penalty on that play.
Because, well, Lee, the team Singapore goalie, was skating hard to the bench. I guess he assumed it was a penalty.
Is there a penalty? I don't think there's a penalty.
Both teams look like they're skating back towards Singapore end. I don't believe there's a penalty.
No, it was just an icing.
I've already said it.
That could have been a costly miscue by Lee.
Yeah,
leaving the net like that.
I've already said it, but team captain Pooney has been on the ice, I think, for all 9 minutes of the third period. We're just under the 11-minute mark. That faceoff won by Singapore. Puck rung around the near boards here. It's going to go all the way down to team Thailand, and it's going to be another icing. I know Thailand's got a short back line because of the game misconduct, but you know, yes, he's your best player. Yes, he's your team captain, but you'd think that you'd want to sit him to have him fresh for the final 10 minutes of the game. But that's why we're just the announcers. Tanachai, the hat trick earlier in this game, does take a seat. Again, face-off won by Singapore. Once again, puck rung all the way around the boards. This time it's stopped up by Shogun. Shogun cross center ice. Time. He tried a little tap pass there, but a little bit of a miscommunication.
Could have been a dangerous
He's able
break.
to get a break there. Shogun delaying. Down low now, Nakrit. Oh, Raman was in the slot, but he fanned on the shot.
Great setup.
Had his timing just a bit off. Yes, it was indeed. Might have been already thinking about the celebration. 10 minutes left in this gold medal game of the Under-20 Asian and Oceana Hockey Championship. Thailand versus Singapore. Score still tied 3-3. Shots on goal are 43-21 in favor of Thailand. Singapore currently with the puck. Again, just kind of playing a passive game, just looking for any little break they can get to throw the puck out of their end and then regroup and play defense again.
They're tired. They don't have the legs to keep going like this.
Thailand, that long shot deflects wide. Shogun from the side boards, looking up near the Thai slot. His long shot, gloved by Lee. Good save, Lee. Shogun likes that no-look shot, just quick release.
Yeah, he has it too.
Raman here. Back to Shogun. Shogun's long shot deflected, blocked.
Again,
puck out again. Going to go all the way down to the Thailand zone. Once again, we're going to see some changes. Hamnet's going to get a rest, and Chien back on the ice for Singapore.
Yeah, Thailand just needs to be careful with those little miscues. Make sure
they're going to have some tired skaters,
passes.
especially Pooney. Right there he is. I mean, I'm looking at him skate. He just doesn't have the legs. He doesn't have the acceleration like he normally does. He can't recover if he makes a mistake. I hope this doesn't bite Team Thailand. Raman here starting the rush. Raman shot deflected. Dangerous zone in the slot, but able to clear it to the sideboards as Team Singapore. Good keep in here by Poon, but Singapore follows up on that play and able to get it out. Pooney's going to reset. Now Time below me, able to avoid the check, but loses the handle. Go here for Team Singapore. He throws it forward. Puck goes to the far boards. Back pass.
Oh,
no look pass. Again, another dangerous play here. 7, Pan on the ice. He's going to defend here. Chian cutting toward the net, and the net's dislodged. Another hard play as Chian took the Thai skater into the net. I can't quite see who that is from this angle.
Yeah, he's number
It's
7.
Pan, number 7.
I wanted to just chime in for a second. You were talking about players being tired, and just to add a little drama to the game. This is the championship game, which means there will not be any shootout. If we ended a tie, we will bring the Zamboni out, and it'll be another 20-minute period, and it will continue at 20-minute periods until there's a winner. So we could. So if they're tired now, hang on for tired.
Can we order some pizza?
Yeah, yeah. It'll probably be here in time.
Just under 8 minutes left in the third period. I don't think Pooney has sat once this entire third period.
No, he has not.
And similarly, most of the Team Singapore line has not sat once the period either, so you got a lot of tired skaters. Tanachai already with a hat trick in this game. He's going deep into the Singapore zone behind the net. We've got a whistle.
Oh.
I'm unsure. I thought I saw the signal of a hand pass, but that didn't make sense to me because Tanachai had the puck the whole time.
Where was the hand pass?
Well, we're just left to ponder what happened and continue announcing. Tanachai here, able to keep the puck in. He's down low.
That's
Arm up penalty.
It's okay.
He needs to keep his head here.
Keep his composure. Lee might be shaken up there. He got driven hard into the net by his own player.
Yeah, and that was another hard slash on Tanachai. I can understand why he's upset. That's 2 or 3 slashes he's taken in this game. Somebody's going to get injured. Cross-check the call this time. And I'm unsure who the guilty party was.
Nobody's willing to go to the box.
I wonder if it's going to be the call on the goaltender Lee again, and that's why we're waiting to see who's going to serve the penalty.
I can't imagine it being on Lee.
It would be unusual to see a goaltender get a cross-checking penalty. This is a little bit ridiculous. I would call it a delay of game penalty because it's been about a good 30 seconds while we're waiting for the play to continue.
Who's this going off? Is this Chian?
It's number 17, excuse me, Chian. I mean, I think they're just trying to milk all the time they can get for a little timeout and get some rest. But I mean, if I'm the official, I'd say no, get to the box, continue play. Anyway, Singapore able to win that draw and throw the puck all the way down.
Boone's just got no legs.
He has not sat once this entire third period. Team captain of Thailand, he's a great skater, but you know, what effectiveness is he going to have if he hasn't been able to rest at all? Anyway, Time with the puck from the left circle. He falls down easily. Maybe looking for, yeah, I think he was looking for a call on that one. Roger, back to Time. The bottom of the left circle. His shot just above the crossbar. Right idea there because Lee, I think, was completely screened. Puck to Pooney at the. Oh, seeing that may be an example of his fatigue.
Exactly.
Pooney gives it away. Able to recover though, because similarly, Go I don't think has any gas either for Singapore. Anyway, puck goes over to Rahman. His shot off the post. Oh, Lee makes a beautiful save.
Wow.
I can't believe he saved that.
There's got to be a penalty on that play, though. I think Shogun took a high stick. They're calling it a slash.
That puck bounced off the crossbar, and Lee flailing with his glove behind him, able to make the save. My goodness, what an
Dominic
effort.
Hasek.
Yeah. Just however you can make it happen is keep the puck out of the net. You know, I'm curious because the officials are going all the way down to the Thailand end.
Oh.
So I wonder if the penalty is actually going to be on Shogun here.
That's puzzling because I'm pretty sure he took a stick to the face.
Well, perhaps he was retaliating. That's what the officials called. I'm not sure. It's been an interesting game, to say the least. So it is indeed Shogun in the box. We're going to have 55 seconds of 4-on-4. 6:24 remaining in the third period of this gold medal game. Still tied 3-3. Time able to get the face-off for Team Thailand. Is able to avoid the check. He's going to have some space here. Time near the top of the left circle. Unfortunately loses the handle. Eventually he's going to have to circle back. Roger, number 16 for Thailand, gives it over to Puni, team captain below us. Over to Raman, number 12. Raman hit the post earlier in this period. Looks like he's just kind of killing time. Puck eventually goes to Tanachai. 15, threw it across the goal mouth, but nobody on the other end. Roger here from the slot, makes a move. Roger to an open man, and a goal!
Raman!
What a beautiful play from Roger, passing to Raman, who had an open look at the net, and this time he didn't miss. And this place erupts. Raman, number 12 for Thailand, gets the go-ahead goal. It's now 4-3 with 5:38 remaining in the third period of this gold medal game. And you know, Puni, it looks like now will maybe, well, I'm not sure if he's going to go to the bench or not. He's standing next to the bench. I wonder if he's finally going to get a rest here now that they have a 1-goal lead. No, he will not.
He will not go off.
I mean, I give him a ton of credit, but again, I'm just kind of scratching my head here at the decision by the staff to not give him any rest. Anyway, Puni throws it forward to his line mate, 16, Roger. Got the huge assist there on that go-ahead goal.
Yeah, I was going to say it was a really, really good play. Good hands. Thailand now needs to play some smart hockey and just control the play, control the puck.
I think they just might play keep away here. Use their stretch passes.
That's what they need to do. Like, don't make the difficult pass or play. Just keep it simple.
Penalty over for Cheon. He's out of the box. So Singapore is going to have a brief power play here. We've got 35 seconds of power play time. Cross ice. Cheon unable to get the handle. He recovers into the near corner. Now going towards the slot, top of the right circle. Cheon looks, his shot blocked.
Yeah, good block there by Raman.
Roger, 16 for Thailand, with the puck behind his own net, just throws it off the board. It's going to go all the way back down towards the Singapore end. 15 seconds remaining on the power play for Singapore. 4:35 remaining in the third period of this gold medal game. Thailand with the lead, 4-3 here. One last chance here for Singapore on the power play. That shot again deflected. Give credit to the Thai skaters laying out the body. Down low, but quickly recovered. Raman is going to throw that off the boards. And penalty over. Penalty over. Back to even strength for both teams. Puck goes to Tanachai. Oh, he unfortunately missed that puck. And Go 55 for Singapore is going to come back on the rush. Go cutting towards the net. Behind. Looking. That play broken up by some good active sticks. Thailand able to get it out. Tanachai. Pass forward to Shogun. Shogun's going to have a chance here maybe. Tries to dig around Hamnet, but unable to do so. Again, one guy maybe trying to do a little bit too much here.
Yeah, look, at the end of this stage of the game, you're up. You've got a few minutes left.
Play smart, just hold the puck. Pond, number 7.
And no harm in just taking the longer shots on net as well. Just, you know.
Or just throwing it into the corner and playing dump and chase. You know, just killing more time. But anyway, right now, puck below us. Pond, number 7, once again, over to Puni, team captain. Up to time at the blue line. Into the Singapore zone. Long shot saved by Lee. Cheon now trying to start the breakout, but that's broken up.
Shogun showing off his hands.
Showing off, yeah, why he's got the name Shogun. Down low, Shogun. Try to centering pass.
Those are the kind of plays you just don't need to do. You've got
now
the
you get a
puck.
giveaway, and here's going to be a rush for Team Singapore. Shot saved by James. That opportunity caused from the giveaway.
Yeah, it's just like you don't need to make those plays. You've got the puck behind the other team's
the lead,
net.
yeah, like why do that? You're looking for a highlight reel play instead of the smart one when you've got the lead. 2:41 remaining in this third period.
We've got a timeout.
A much needed rest for the skaters. We've said it before, the vast majority of these players have not left the ice.
Oh, certainly number 8, Pune, has not left the ice this entire period.
I do see a couple of skaters we don't often see for Team Singapore. Mutakandar, number 94, 47, Lee, along with Chan, number 97, 17, Chian, and team captain 76, Chua, it looks like are going to be on the ice. As though as soon as I say it, they come off the ice. So about a 10-second shift, 15-second shift, and go back on the ice, number 55. And I'm going to assume that it's going to be Hamnet. It is Hamnet, number 7, on the ice again. And Pune, still no breaks. Pune has skated the entirety of the third period. He has not left the ice once. Thailand's team captain showing his grit, showing his endurance.
Yeah, I mean, it is an heroic effort.
That face-off won by Team Thailand. Pune just shovels it out
Good
all
smart
the way
play.
down. Smart play, exactly. And the speed of Shogun able to avert the icing. Shogun now looking near boards. He just throws it all the way down back to his own net. Again, it looks like they're just trying to kill time. Pune behind his own net. He throws it around the boards. So Thailand here just kind of playing keep away here, just trying to kill the clock.
Again, they got to make sure there's no mistakes, no bad passes, no blind passes.
Yeah, keep the puck out of the center of the ice. No exactly blind passes that we've seen already. And a crit trying to get around Go, but Go doing well there to take the puck away. But unfortunately, a misplay there. That's going to be an icing, I believe.
No, they waved it off.
Time for Thailand. Number 18. And a crit into the boards. Puck down below. The end
Minute
line.
42 left. Singapore coming out of the zone.
Yeah, Thailand you can see just playing much more passively here. Trying to maintain that lead. Good sliding stop there by, I think that was Pan.
Here comes Shogun. He's got a
gonna have
breakaway.
chance on the breakaway. Shogun
Fires it over the net.
just a bit wide, and don't need to do that either, Shogun. He slammed his stick hard into the boards.
Yeah,
Come
no.
on, show a little bit of maturity. That's all I'll say on that. Puck goes back to Pan. Minute 5 remaining in the third period of this gold medal game. Thailand still clinging to this 1-goal lead, 4-3. Puck just thrown all the way down. That's going to be an icing.
That's icing.
That's a miscue. Team captain Pune, I'm not sure if he was hoping for a similar play that earlier
I think
we
the
saw.
goalie's getting ready to get out of here.
Yeah, it looks like Lee is indeed skating to the bench, and that's an opportunity here. The puck can go all the way back to the Thailand zone, but no, Lee going back to his net.
He is, huh?
Well,
That's
it might be
surprising.
that he's
Wondering
waiting
when.
for the Team Singapore perhaps to win the faceoff before he goes to the net perhaps. And unfortunately for him, it's Thailand who wins the draw, and the puck's going to go all the way down to the Singapore end, and the crit skating hard averts the icing. 45 seconds remaining in the third period. Hamnet, number 7 for Singapore. Oh, but a good read there by Shogun, and he's just going to throw it back to his end to kill some more time. 35 seconds. Beautiful cross-ice passing the crit. Nice sauce there. And the crit gives it up. Final 25 seconds of the third period. Now Lee does go to the box. Lee to the bench. Empty net, empty net. Thailand able to get the puck, and it might be just wide. Try to the empty net. It's just wide. We've got a whistle.
Icing.
Oh, it's going to be an icing. Thank you. 14.1 seconds remaining in the third period. Singapore is going to have one final chance with the empty net here. See if they can win the face-off. Try and create some kind of a play. Team Thailand on the bench already starting to celebrate. Boys, don't count your chickens yet.
14 seconds. The coach is telling him to
Anything can happen.
stay calm.
Anything can happen here. Thailand again with a huge face-off victory, but again, maybe unwisely, just throws it down. That's another icing, so they're going to have to reset once again. I understand the idea, but you have the option to throw it around the opposite boards. You know, you can throw it around the far way, and you still would probably get it out and kill even more time, or honestly, just roof the puck. I mean, throw it up to the ceiling and let it get 90 feet down the ice. You're still going to get the same effect, but you won't get the stoppage. That time, Singapore wins the draw. Xian's shot was deflected. Just a few seconds left. Unless they turn and fire, this is going to do it. Too late, and Team Thailand wins the gold. Players throw their sticks, throw their gloves in the air, celebrating, hugging each other, mobbing James in front of the goal.
Wow.
Give them credit. They battled hard, came back from an early 2-goal deficit. And similarly for Team Singapore, give them a ton of credit, especially Lee. I mean, facing 47 shots and well over a 90% save percentage. This could have been a blowout, but he kept his team in it all the way into the final moments.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think I give Lee the MVP vote for the game without question. You know, Pune maybe gives him a run for playing the entire third period. However, Lee kept Singapore in the game. Right? He kept them in the game.
And as I've mentioned already, about 5 of the Singapore skaters skated, 75% of that period. I give them credit, I tip my cap to them for their effort, their endurance, but I just personally question the coach's decisions. How much endurance do they have left here in the final half of the game to try and stay tied or go ahead when you've skated the whole game? What energy do you have left?
I'm sorry to interrupt, gentlemen. We're just getting ready here to do the medal ceremony. But go ahead and keep talking. I just wanted to let our audience and that's what we're doing.
That's why we're just the announcers.
Yes.
Similarly speaking, you saw Pune for the second half of that period. He did not leave the ice the entire third period. He took a 20-minute shift, and he was still fantastic. But at a certain point, you just see him skating back lazily. He doesn't have the legs to start the rush or to have the same quality of passing. But for Team Thailand, they get the victory.
Yeah, it's been a common theme throughout the tournament. We've seen that from all the teams where, they've got 3-4 sort of guys that they rely on so heavily, they're unable to play the entire game.
And as I've said already, how will your second line, your third line ever get the experience to be able to improve their play if they don't see game time? But a fantastic game, the semifinals and the finals here today. Really such great play from start to finish, a tight game, no blowouts. Really happy to see it for the growth of hockey here in Southeast Asia.
100%. I think that for me, that's the most important thing, is just to see these young kids, bringing this game. And there it is. Lee is the
MVP for Team Singapore. Well deserved.
Yes.
He faced 47 shots tonight in this gold medal game and kept all but 4 of them out of the net. Well over 90% save percentage. I mean, that's an NHL number.
Yeah, that. So, Team Thailand, either Pune or Thanachai?
It might be Pune, it might be Thanachai with the hat trick. It could conceivably also be Raman with the game-winning goal. Interestingly, it goes to Roger, actually, number 16. Even the Thai players looked at themselves for a moment, a bit surprised. No discredit to Roger. You could arguably give it to him because his assist is what set up that game-winning goal.
Yeah, he played well.
I'd have to check the stat sheet to see if he had any other points on assists in the earlier goals by Thanachai, but just on a statistical basis, Thanachai with the hat trick and Pune playing the entire third period, Raman with the game-winning goal. In my book, I might have given him to one of those guys over Roger, but I think Roger is a deserving winner.
Yeah, there's a handful of players on Thailand, other than the Pune and Thanachai, that played well. They played well, played smart hockey.
Somebody on Thailand is in a cast there. That's number 22, Mel, I believe. That's unfortunate to see that he's in the cast. His left arm there. I hope he's okay. For those of you who do love hockey, stick around on Thailand TV. We're going to have more action in the autumn and winter, as we've got the SHL, our local recreational league. We'll be broadcasting those games as well. If you're looking for more hockey, check out our channel. We've got previous games all filmed. Keith and the rest of the staff did a fantastic job this entire tournament.
Thank you.
And filming these games. I want to give a big thank you to all of them. I want to thank
we got a great crew, by the way, too. We've got everybody here tonight with Pang and Jin and Ellie and Opor, who was in the hospital but has done a lot for us this year. Tanya, Sonia joining us for this tournament. Rob and Tom, who you didn't see them much, but they were behind the scenes helping us get a lot of stuff ready to go too. So a great crew of people that made this happen. Some technical issues, which are frustrating, but it wasn't from the people. It was, the technical gods.
We'll work on those in the future. And I also want to give a thank you to the other announcers. Tim, James, Lance, am I forgetting anybody?
Jesse,
thank you, Jesse. Jesse did some of the earlier games. And, of course, my partner tonight, Preet. It was a pleasure working with you.
Yeah, thank you. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much. It was a great experience. And as I was saying before they made the announcements for MVPs, to see these young kids elevate the game of ice hockey in Southeast Asia, it's heartwarming. Coming from Canada, where we take it for granted because there's hockey everywhere, every street, every arena. Here, I look at the India team, who played a total of 2 months of hockey before coming here. It's inspiring to see these young kids want to learn this game, want to play this game.
Just an anecdote about Team India you mentioned earlier. On natural ice, there are no artificial rinks to our knowledge in India, and they played in the mountains of India on natural ice. That was their practice sheet.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. It's an outdoor rink. And again, just that perseverance, that dedication. It's great. It's inspiring, and hopefully we'll see this game continue to grow within this region.
Yeah, it was interesting about the Indian team. I mean, for guys who have no, just a couple months a year of hockey, I mean, okay, they hung in there. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, they didn't have what they should have had, but I mean, it was very impressive when you think about what they're coming from, with natural ice only, and 2 months when it's cold enough. That's really something.
Yeah, no, you're right, Keith. It really is something.
Yeah.
And, they put in a lot of effort. They poured their heart out into every game. Their goalie was incredible.
Yep.
I think he must have faced 250 shots or something like
By
that.
far the most shots of the entire tournament, and played well. I give him a ton of credit, their goaltender. Unfortunately for me personally, I wasn't unable to watch any of their games.
I think we had a game that was 14-2, and he was really unbelievable. He lost 14-2, but it was
probably facing 60 shots.
Yeah, at least it was unbelievable, and it was like, wow, this guy. I had mentioned on air, you weren't here, but I mentioned, and you'll appreciate this, Zach. I'm showing my age, but 1968, Dick Butkus had won Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL, and the Bears went 1-13 that year. That was how good he was as a linebacker, and on a 1-13 team, he was Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL. So, that was sort of the same idea with that goaltender,
right?
Right. He let in 14 goals, but people don't realize what
effort it took to do that.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
But all the squads here, you give them so much credit and admiration for coming here, for representing their home countries well, and contributing to the growth of hockey worldwide. And you can really see it here in Thailand. I mean, it's really just grown in the last decade plus, with a few high-profile international names coming here and getting some of the Thai players interested, and they end up being role models for the young children, who then join and promote the game and continue the growth of it.
And remember, too, this isn't really a hockey. I mean, we just watched a really great 8-day tournament in in an area that isn't known for hockey. I mean, none of these countries are hockey countries, and I thought it was a good brand of hockey. I thought I mean, obviously it's has a ways to go, but it was still very good.
It was good. The sportsmanship, the camaraderie amongst the teams,
you never
across
saw any
the
roughing.
teams.
Yeah. A little pushing around, but a lot of these teams aren't used to hitting anybody, so it's a little.
Yeah,
anytime they've gotten hit at all, they were offended, and it was like, oh no, that's okay. You can get hit.
That's an important note, because sometimes, for example, in our SHL league, we don't allow checking.
Well, no, there's no checking games here. Even in the BIHL, even in the shinny games,
there's no checking.
There's nowhere where so all of a sudden a tie player is not used to being hit, and
there was a lot of plays where I saw you hit somebody, you checked them into the boards, and then you came back and apologized to them.
right.
So that level of sportsmanship.
Well, that's sort of Thai style, anyways. I've been going up the wrong escalator, and everybody coming down would be is apologizing to me, and I'm the one who got confused of which escalator here to go up. So I've always found that fascinating. I've done more wrong things in Thailand and been told how sorry they were for how they apologized to me.
Yeah, what a wonderful nation.
Yeah, it is.
Great host nation. They've done a tremendous job to build this rink, host this tournament here, and again, really elevate the game for Southeast Asia. So hats off to Thailand. Congratulations.
And for some of you who have played in other cold weather spots and in the summertime have tried to play summer hockey and had wet ice, understand we're in Bangkok where it's probably 100 degrees today here, and yet this ice, and then we're freezing in here. I mean, it's actually extremely cold, and I've played we're in the summer leagues in Chicago, and they can't keep the ice cold enough, and here
it's like that year round.
Yeah. Today was a cold day.
I don't have the slip in front of me. I know that Lance does, but give a big shout out again to the
Jason who
helped make this rink possible. This is the first not all-purpose, but hockey-specific, only hockey rink built in Thailand, and you can see the difference in the quality. Our other rinks are normally in malls, and they just can't really keep the temperature down, and you end up with slush, halfway through the game. And here is a beautiful facility, brand new, and really they've done a fantastic job. Here, the officials skating onto the ice here, give them I just want applause. I'm not sure if I give them a standing ovation.
No,
but
look, they did their best, and
I'll give them an applause. They tried hard. They did
like
a good
I said,
job.
polite applause. I think a few of the calls were a bit questionable. Most egregiously, there was a game misconduct on the wrong player earlier in this tournament, but that's all I'll say on that.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think the officials were learning as much as the kids were learning.
And your announcers and TV crew.
Yeah, of course. We're not perfect either. We make mistakes.
And
give credit because these officials, I should say, also all representing the nations participating in the tournament. So these are Filipino.
Yeah, well, that's a point too to make that they don't
Thai,
work together.
They're not normal working together. They might speak different languages. So give them credit for being part of the tournament.
They speak the language of hockey. Well, I was a USA hockey referee for a few years, and so I'm used to thankless jobs. That's why I went into television. So
Yeah, us announcers, behind the camera. Us announcers, we just stand back here and
say about wow, how did they miss that?
Yeah,
parade on everybody.
Yeah, we just get to play Monday morning quarterback.
I think we've assumed the roles of referee, of coach, of goalie.
Nice moment here. We've got some young Thai skaters leading out the teams.
Team Malaysia coming out?
Yeah, this is Team Malaysia here. I like their jerseys. The
black
I do. With the orange trim, almost like a Halloween style.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Cincinnati Bengals.
A bit, yeah. Here's Team India in their blues. Which team would you give jersey of the tournament to?
That's a good question. Malaysia, they had a That's a great jersey.
Are the Philippines still here? Is that the Philippines?
Unfortunately, I believe the
they
Philippines
left.
team is not here due to
I kind of like their
illness.
uniforms, actually. I like the yellow and the blue there. I thought it. I kind of didn't have. I kind of probably would pick those as my favorite, believe it or not.
I think this is Team UAE, United Arab Emirates.
Indonesia.
Excuse me, forgive me, that's Team Indonesia. I apologize. Relatively simple with the deep red and crest on the chest. Now it's Team UAE. Similar style with the red. This time they have some white trim on the sides. Eagle crest on the front. Red seems to be very popular.
Yeah, you know, I think Canada's made red a popular color in the world of hockey.
Fair enough.
As is Russia.
Team Hong Kong, formerly the CCP. If I could have one jersey, honestly, I want an old Soviet Union CCCP jersey.
Right.
Those are classic.
Yeah, I have one hanging.
I was in Russia, and they actually had one sort of for sale, but it wasn't my size, and so I let it go. But I was hoping.
Yeah,
Hong
next time,
Kong?
Keith, just buy it.
Yeah, I'll buy it for you guys next time I'm there.
I don't mind Hong Kong's. It's very similar to their flag with the flower on the chest and red with a little bit of white trim. Team Singapore going to be out next. This is their alternate white jersey that they wore tonight in the gold medal
What are they
game.
doing with the kid here?
Oh, I guess it's for some reason
Kind of
Team
guiding
Thailand.
him. He's not.
Yeah, so it's each team has got a young hockey player as their D, the amateur.
This is actually Thailand.
This is actually Thailand, yes. I thought it was going to be Singapore, but they...
Well, I'm not sure why.
Who knows?
Okay.
Anyway, now
Yeah,
here's
it's Thailand, that's why.
Runners-up Singapore. Thailand with their deep blues.
Yeah,
Similar to
deep
India.
blue classic jersey with the elephant.
I like it.
It's good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So unfortunately, Philippines not able to join us. Illness ravaged the squad. I'll give you 3 guesses, but you only need 1.
Yeah, that was too
Yeah.
bad. And they played a really short-handed game, and then the rest of the team got sick, I guess.
Yeah.
And that was the end of it.
It was sad to see them withdraw.
But happy that they could come and participate.
And I guess we've got 2 of them left. Here they come.
These are 2 of the players from Team Thailand. Unfortunately,
Thailand.
Mel got
Oh.
injured early. You can see his left arm in a pretty big cast there. I hope he's going to be all right. And Boom, who took the game misconduct really in the game, already in his streetwear.
And, of course, the one in the middle there would be the Philippines, where there's nobody left. But,
Yeah, I think I would say Team Malaysia gets my vote for best jersey.
okay.
And here the official announcement and presentation of the medals.
I'll keep mine on. You're hearing some official announcements, and it does sound like little peanuts, but we're trying to we're trying to hear what they're saying. So, what do we got here, Zach?
I believe it's some kind of a
Trophy.
trophy as, I don't want to call it a participation award, but essentially I think it's a participation
Okay. Not the Conn Smythe, then. It was.
No.
No, okay, just checking.
I don't mean this derogatorily, it's simply
Preet has rejoined us.
Yeah, just simply I think some participation trophies for joining the tournament. I know in the modern day and age that's gotten a negative connotation, but I think here it's quite genuine. These are tropical nations with not a history or culture of hockey that have able to get these teams and join the tournament here and put on a good showing.
Absolutely. Look, it's good for him to go home with something, right? It provides him that encouragement that no matter what happens, whatever the results are, you came, you participated, you played your heart out.
And also, hockey's not a cheap sport, and these are developing countries in some ways.
No, it takes a lot of money to be able to fund the ice, to be able to fund the equipment, to be able to fund the staff.
We're just coming here in Thailand now, getting the first of 2 real rinks. The other rinks, the boards weren't right. They're too high. They're too low. Don't bounce right. So he's picking up the Philippine award, or he gets to go in. He has no idea what they want him over there. But congratulations to the Philippines.
Oh, you know what this is? I was finally able to hear the ring announcer. These are the team players of the tournament. So each of these individuals on each team who is coming up was voted to be the team player of the tournament for each team.
Okay.
So for this team Malaysia, I can't quite see the number. I think it was number 17. Perhaps number 17 there. So I have the rosters in front of me. If you just give me one moment, fans, I'll let you know. '17 for Malaysia was Isa. So Isa for Team Malaysia won player of the tournament for his team. Now next is UAE. Nolan Murphy, number 19, was the announced victor, but team captain Al Hassani going to come up and receive the award. I guess Nolan's not here tonight. I definitely would agree with that call with Nolan. He scored so many goals, huge goals for his team, including the first game I watched. I think he had a hat trick, including the game winner. And the last game we watched in the semifinal, almost on his back, they clawed and scratched and were just a few bounces away from being in this gold medal game. Unfortunately, they lost. For Team Hong Kong, it's going to be Shu. HSU, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Elvis Shu, number 2. Waiting for the announcements for Team Thailand and Team Singapore players of the game, or excuse me, players of the tournament. Number 17, Chian, wins for Team Singapore. I don't necessarily disagree per se with the call, but I'm a little surprised that they passed up Chan, who led all skaters in goals scored and points.
Yeah, I think, the goals were there. I would say overall, Chian probably played a much better game.
That's a fair point. Chan was almost solely offensive-minded. And team captain Pooney, number 8, gets player of the tournament for Team Thailand. I think that's well-deserved. Played, as we mentioned already, the entire third shift of this gold medal game. I wish we had ice time numbers. We don't have quite that budget. But strong play, and he was among the tournament leaders, in points scored as well.
Right. We'll be going to upgrading that next year. Right after a few.
I wonder which official will get official of the tournament.
They're all just getting a handshake from the officials.
I think they're getting participation awards as well.
Yeah, they're getting a piece of paper. Lucky them.
I wonder if those
it's a hard job. It's a thankless job.
It is a thankless job.
And C's and D's.
When I was a referee, some of the best games I thought I reffed, I'd come off the ice and parents would be yelling at me, and I was like, really? I think that was actually one of my better games. You should have seen.
It's a very difficult job. They're never going to make everybody happy. You have the fine line between letting the players play, calling a tight game, working with other cultures.
It's one of those things where, like, say, a football referee, it's either it's more black and white. There's more finesse in ice hockey refereeing. You know, like where was it a hard hit or a regular hit? It's a very fine line and a little bit of finesse, and different refs will call it differently. Where you watch the NFL, it's pretty clear where the lines are.
And
or
unless
baseball.
You're New Orleans Saints and you're going to the
I'm just
Super
saying,
Bowl
though, but in
and
hockey-
they completely miss a pass interference penalty. But anyway,
Well,
Yeah, no, I agree with you. In terms of hockey, is a lot of arbitrary calls that get made. You know, and I always look at too many men on the ice, where it's completely up to the official to determine if that truly was too many men or they were making the change and it was legit. So
yeah, how far? What is 10 feet
Well,
from the boards
you know,
exactly? You know,
what is the letter of the rule? If the player coming onto the ice touches the puck because it's in front of him,
then it's absolutely.
that's the letter of the.
Well, and it's also going into the corners. Is that boarding or just a good hit? Sometimes a good hit, but just makes a lot of noise. And then
How dangerous is the play?
sure.
I mean, in the modern day and age, we're much more aware of how these head injuries can affect players, so
Right.
you don't want to deter the players from playing hard and making good plays, but if they're potentially injuring their opponents, obviously not necessarily intentionally, but, you want to avoid that kind of thing, which is why we're seeing so many more penalties in football, for instance.
Right. Well, the good news in hockey is you don't really play with your head.
No, but you have a lot of danger of hitting your head on the ice, which is a hard surface, and your head on the boards.
No, it's actually probably the most dangerous play in hockey is charging the net and getting tripped and go flying like a Bobby Orr
Head
and
first
right into the
boards.
post. Because your helmets are not that strong. They hit the post.
And to have all that energy and velocity,
Right.
the ice doesn't really stop you. You slide on that ice.
You slide. That helps you, but that post doesn't help.
No, that's the hockey is the fastest sport in the world. And these guys are flying, and you look at the McDavids of the world, or reach speeds of 40 kilometers an
Right.
hour. You fall and hit the boards.
Oh yeah, you're done.
If that's a car and hit a wall,
Yeah.
and the car's.
Well, think about if you're going 40 kilometers on a motorcycle and you hit the ground. Same. That reminds me. I wonder where I parked. I've been here all day.
Thankfully for you, Keith, it's a relatively small parking lot.
right. Yeah. I have to ask
I have
Siri
some
where
more
that is. I have to Siri where I
secondary
parked.
awards being presented. We apologize, the ring announcer and the echo here, it makes it a little bit difficult to hear. But I think this potentially is an award for Thailand's Hockey Association for hosting the tournament.
No, each one of the teams is receiving this award.
Well, they told me there would be an award ceremony in the meeting. I didn't realize. I didn't realize
Welcome
how long
to Thailand.
this was going to be.
Everybody
I
gets
thought-
an award.
I just thought we would get the gold, silver, bronze, and we'd be
No.
done.
The trophy presentation is going to be almost as long as the game.
Yeah, I'm going to have to tell our camera woman who's in charge of our crew dinner to push. We're going to have to push this a little further. We've been working for 8 days. We've been counting the minutes to that beer.
It kind of reminds me of the Stanley Cup Finals when the Avs won. I watched a little bit of the ending, the handshake, some ceremony and stuff. And I talked to my brother 2 hours later, and he's like, I'm just turning off the TV. I'm like, what are you watching? He's like, they still got the Stanley Cup Final
Really?
going on. I'm like, what did they do? Like, oh, it was this interview, that interview, because I just had enough. Can't watch any more of this.
Well, it's really funny. I'm showing my age, but in 1971, I was at the Montreal Canadiens Blackhawk game, where it was 2-0 going into the third period, and the Canadiens won 3-2. They bring out the Stanley Cup, they hand it to them, they take it down in the old Chicago Stadium or down the stairs. That was it. That was the entire extent in 1971 of. I was actually disappointed there wasn't more. It was like they gave it to him and.
Did they award the Conn Smythe back then?
No. There wasn't even a roll of the thing. They just they handed it to him like over the boards. They skated around and took it right down the thing, and that was the end of it.
This is the middle of the
boom.
Montreal dynasty years, and so maybe they were just like, well, this is business as usual.
It was, but there just wasn't TV back then, of this whole
Those
deal.
were some great days in Chicago hockey too. That unfortunately for the players, they couldn't scratch that Stanley Cup victory. But those were the days of Bobby Hull, of Phil Esposito, or excuse me, his brother Tony Esposito, I should say.
Phil was gone by then. We had Pitt Martin. And, of course, Stan Mikita.
Pia Paulette, I believe. Yep, Stan Mikita as well.
Look at all those guys. Stan Mikita, Kenny Warham, and all those guys.
And that was the time of Phil Esposito in Boston with Bobby Orr and Boston Oilers.
Right, we had traded him for we had traded Esposito, Stanfield.
Probably one of the worst trades in Blackhawks history.
Well,
Esposito was Gretzky before Gretzky.
Right, but the thing is, when he played for the Blackhawks, he wasn't much. He was a second line behind Stan Mikita, and then all of a sudden he showed up at the Boston and ran into Bobby Orr, and the rest is history. But again, Phil, if you're listening, I do love you. We might be the only hockey that it's on right now.
And what a Stanley Cup this year. I mean, Colorado dethroning St. Louis. I was thinking St. Louis. Dethroning Tampa Bay. Forgive me, fans. Colorado dethroning Tampa Bay. They were going for their third cup in 3 years, but unable to scratch through. And frankly, if I may say, looking a little pedestrian by their standards, especially Vasilevsky in net. He rebounded nicely after the Game 1 and Game 2 clunkers, but just unable to play to his normal level, I would say.
Yeah, and you're going up against one of the best teams for the last couple of years, really, and
the depth on that team.
The best quote of the best quote of the year in hockey came from Darryl Sutter, coach of the Calgary Flames, and he said, anybody who plays the Avs is just a complete waste of 8 days.
Well, they better get this award thing going because we've now had national new hockey, old hockey. Anybody want to go some restaurant reviews? We're starting to run out of stuff to material.
I think they're awards given to the goal-scoring leader and similar. Maybe
Well, they have one of each team,
top
or four
defenseman.
teams, or
well, I think Poon won for Thailand top defenseman. And
even the
Chan
players that don't want to stand
won
around anymore.
the goal-scoring leader of the tournament, and
We
I'm
need to move
unsure
this.
why. Maybe Hassani accepting for Murphy, perhaps. But yeah, if you come out to Thailand, please join us. We'd love to see you.
Sure.
And have the hockey. The games are free. We can give you the schedule in the future for future SHL and other type of games. And if you do love hockey and you want to watch more Thai hockey, there's a great tournament that national team recently completed in South Africa. That's on YouTube for free. You can watch it.
And we have over 100 games on Thailand TV of all the SHL games, BIHL,
Correct.
this tournament.
Just to quickly to finish the thought, Team Thailand they played in a tournament with South Africa and Bosnia and Herzegovina. It was a quality tournament, great play. Thailand just unable to squeak by host nation South Africa. They were close to.
Well, there was the
claiming
bronze
gold.
medal.
But now we finally have the medal ceremony. Hong Kong earlier in this day of hockey, winning the bronze medal game over UAE in a close matchup. 7-6 final, I believe, or 6-5, something like that. Anyway, 1-goal game, not a blowout.
They're starting to all blend in.
3-2, 14-13, it's...
Well, as we were mentioning earlier, we had some big blowouts. I mean, in the day before the semifinals, Thailand beat UAE 28-0. That's not a football score, that's hockey. So glad to see that these semifinals and final games went tight from end to end. Quality game.
Speaking of 28-0, Keith, I'm pretty sure you lost the over-under on that one.
Well, I had the,
You had the over.
I got it.
Okay. Somebody's answering, Tim. Our announcer Tim is already at our post party. Lonely.
Yeah, with the rate we're going to be another half hour here.
Maybe we'll have brunch tomorrow. But we really did it. Our announcers did a great job, and couldn't be having this. Now the silver medal, Singapore, getting their silver medal.
Yeah, thank you, Keith. Your support has been fantastic. You've done an amazing job putting this together. Battled through all sorts of technical issues, and you've persevered. You've really kept this thing together. So thank you.
Well, we have a lot of. We went through 3 rolls of tape. That's how we did it.
Well, we wouldn't be here without you, genuinely speaking, Keith. We wouldn't be here without you.
Thank you.
You help put this on. You do a lot of the behind-the-scenes work, the graphics, and speaking of thankless jobs.
Yeah, well, it comes with the territory. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Zach. We did everything we could to get it right, but had lots of internet problems, so I apologize for the live feeds. But we did our best.
And just to clarify, Keith, I wasn't sure if you were showing your age again about the 3 rolls of tape. Are you referring to the duct tape, or are you referring to the
duct tape?
Yeah, okay, just checking.
What were you referring to?
I thought you might have been referring to the analog tape that you used to have.
No. The 3 rolls of duct
broadcast days, 1934 was it, or whenever?
Yeah, right. They had just invented television, and we were very impressed with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and just so there are no visuals, there's duct tape everywhere along this table.
Right.
The stands.
All of our wiring,
cameras, the tripods.
Yeah. This whole thing is like duct tape together.
But here is the official gold
Here
medal.
it is, the gold medal for Thailand, finally.
Thailand.
Not a moment too soon.
Well deserved. They played fantastic.
Actually, the gold went up just to $2 while we were waiting, so that's... So congratulations. Extra money already.
A well-earned victory for Team Thailand. Playing short bench with...
Well, they deserve it. They were the best team.
Illnesses. And
of course, a lot of them are our friends. We know them. So we're happy for our friends as well. I just ask them when I play shinny with them to be, let me have a chance to touch the puck before they take it away from me. Lance said something and then he unsent something.
Team Captain Pooney here accepting the championship trophy. The Thailand faithful still here celebrating. And there the players go together surrounding Team Captain Pooney. Hugs all around, cheers all around.
The question is he going to skate with that for 20 minutes or is he going to pass it off?
Nice. Do we get to go down for our award or medals? Do we get any? I guess we're the only people left that didn't get a medal.
Golden Announcer Award, Golden Microphone.
That's right. All right, here we go.
A nice measured reaction from time there. I like it.
I presume we're going to have a national anthem, and then we'll go.
Nice round of applause for all the officials and people who helped make this possible.
This has been too long. I'm an old man.
So we're gonna play the national anthem of Team Thailand and sign off for Keith Mueller.
Well, we're gonna let him play the national. We'll stay here for the national anthem,
okay.
And then we'll and then everybody better clear out on my way to the bathroom. All right, we're gonna stand for the national anthem. right. Well, gentlemen, Zach, Preet, and our entire team, thank you so much. And we hate to say goodbye, but we need to say goodbye. So, good night.
Good night from
From Thailand. And come on out and visit us sometime. We'd love to see you. Come by and say you saw these games, and that would make our day.
For Keith, for Preet, and the rest of the team, this is Zach Block signing off. This has been a production of Hockey Night in Thailand.
Good night. And where am I? I gotta find my my finish. There it is. Big finish.
This has been a presentation of Thailand TV.tv, winner of the SHL Golden Mike Award for excellence in broadcasting for Hockey Night.